Asian men do like black women. Like, I don't know how some of you guys just don't believe this.
Really? In 2020? I mean, what kind of Asian men are you meeting though? Because that is definitely not the case at all, trust me.
Chinese people love black people.
Stop the cap! Black women have always been lit.
Sean, do Koreans think black girls are attractive?
Words cannot explain how much I hate this question. Do Korean men like black women? Yes.
Listen, they don't like it. They really don't like it. The moment a black woman is chosen, admired, and openly preferred by Asian men, suddenly everybody has something to say. But let's talk about it because this conversation is deeper than just dating. It's about power, perception, and who society think deserves love.
Stop the cap! Black women have always been lit. So let's just stop pretending that, this new wave of black women being the new trend or anything like that, or dating outside their race is a thing. It's always been a thing. Speaking of interracial relationships, did you know that 1 in 3 Asian newlywed men marry outside their race? Studies also show that interracial marriages between an Asian man and a black woman exhibit a lower risk of divorce rates than any other interracial pairing. Now let's talk numbers. Although black women do have a higher divorce rate, we are also the lowest group of women who do not date outside our race. These are black on black marriages. So my advice to my single, beautiful young black queens out there, go find your Asian king, honey. He out there somewhere, baby, looking for you.
This man love bombed me. In love with you, you're the one. And he just started acting like insane. What is going on? Why are you being like this? As you know what? Actually, I think it might be because you're black. Story time. Let's talk about the pitfalls of dating Asian men while I get ready for an event. So basically, I was on here and I was really thinking about like my last relationship. If a lot of you don't know, my last boyfriend, long-term boyfriend, was a Korean man in his late 30s. He was a first generation Korean, so meaning that his parents, well, his mom and his stepfather were born and raised in Korea. That I might have to deal with some cultural issues because in Korea, let's be honest, dating or marrying a person of color is not ideal. And in fact, a lot of black people that I know that live in Korea face a lot of racism. So I was really concerned about this. Not to mention, just before him, I actually dated a Vietnamese man. Long story short, this man love bombed me. When he found me off of Hinge, it like almost immediately was like, I'm in love with you. You're it. I've been looking for you forever. You're the one. You're the one. So to cover my bases, I always ask these men that like, what is it like dating outside your race? Is it okay with your family? How does your family handle it? I want to make sure like also I'm not like the first person they're dating that of color outside of their race, whatever. This guy was like, it's cool. My sister married a black man. My mother did just disown her for like 8 months, but then eventually my mother came around. So it's not that big of a deal to me. Cut to our breakup when he just started acting like insane for a week during our trip in Hawaii. And I was just like, what is going on? Why are you being like this? And he goes, you know what? Actually, I think it might be because you're black. And I was like, what do you mean because I'm black? Like, you know this? And he was like, yeah, well, the thing is on Hinge, when I looked at you, I thought that you were Middle Eastern. And I kind of like that. And I don't know if like maybe subliminally in my head, you being black is starting to seep in. And I come from an Asian community, and Asian community, we're kind of taught and trained to stay away from black people. And I was just like, what? And he was like, no, I'm not racist. It's just, I don't know if that's like what's affecting my brain. Blocked me a few days later. Never heard from him again, except for like an apology email a year later. So, needless to say, trauma. I thought that I was already being super cautious, and now this man like just gave me something new fear unlocked. Cut to me now dating a Korean man. I'm like, no, I gotta cover all my bases. I can't go through this again. So I let him know very early on, like, these are the questions I asked. I wasn't the first time outside of his race, but I think I was maybe the first dark-skinned person that my ex dated. And I'd ask about his family, like, how did they handle it? And he was like, to be honest, I really don't know. My mother is from Korea. I am a little bit nervous about it. I don't know how she's going to handle it. And I was like, okay, so what if she handles it a bad way? And he was like, well, you know what? Honestly, the way I say it is if you make me happy, I choose you and I want to be with you. Anyone who doesn't want me to be happy, no matter who I'm with, has no place in my life. And I was like, okay, cool. I mean, it's a sucky situation, but I guess that's the best answer somebody can give. But I was also like really adamant that I'm not gonna wait forever to meet your parents to find out that they don't like me, and it causes like unnecessary strain in our relationship. So like this needs to happen sooner than later. And he was like, well, my last ex, like she didn't even meet my mom for like over a year. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna like invest in you for like a year to find out that your mother hates me. So that, just letting you know now, like I'm not waiting a year to meet your parents. I actually never met the mother. However, she was aware of who I was. It's just him, his mother, and his sister. The mom has now remarried because their father passed away. The funny thing is, the drama in the story does not come from mom per se. I think the drama actually comes from the sister. His sister is American, born and raised here, but there is something to be said about the Asian community and their aversion to darker people of color. Her boyfriend is white, fully accepted, no issues. I never heard about any problems with the white boyfriend assimilating into this Korean family. Mother's Day last year, he went and told his mother about me. Like having like these little family group holiday birthday meetings and dinners where everybody was invited but me. It'd be like the girl, the sister, the boyfriend, the new dad, the mom, and my boyfriend, and just not me. And it was getting super awkward because I was always at my boyfriend's house and he would literally leave me at his house to go see his family, and I just would not be included. On Mother's Day last year, he was just like, you know what, today's the day, I'm gonna tell my mom, well, great, good luck, let me know how it goes. When he came back, he was like, I was so nervous, I was sweating, and like, I don't love that. Like, why are you nervous to tell someone about me? But whatever. And like, well, how my mother reacted was like really shocked, and he goes, I thought she was gonna have a heart attack, and she didn't speak for like 5 minutes. Your mother was so shocked by learning that you were with a person of color that she didn't speak and almost had a heart attack. Like, do you think that makes me feel good? Like, do you think that's something like flattering to me? The answer is no. So he goes, oh my god, this is so long, come back for part 2.
Sean, do Koreans think black girls are attractive?
Words cannot explain how much I hate this question. Do Korean men like black women? Yes. Men like beautiful women. It doesn't matter the race. And as a black person, I understand that thought process, especially a black person who grew up in the South and who's always had comments about the color of my skin. And now it's becoming, in today's society, it's becoming a more pride thing where we're supposed to be proud of what we come from and proud of what we look like. But when we were kids, we were all told to look like white girls. I understand that perspective. But what I am saying is we should never, as a community or just in general, ever open our mouth and ask a Korean man, an average Korean man, do they date black women? The question should be, do we date them? What do they have to offer? I'll wait. I'm tired of the Korean guy meets black woman for the first time, and it's like this romantic nuance that's proposed and like insinuated through their video. It's exhausting to deal with. Like, black women are beautiful. We deserve to be appreciated in this world. And I understand the world, the way it's set up for us. I understand that. But we as a community need to stand up and stop participating in these stupid trends of, do they date black women? Yes, of course they date black women. Of course. Because black women are beautiful. Like, please, let's stop the fetishization. Please, Donald Trump, please, if you hear me, Donald Trump, please.
I just need y'all to stop being scary. Black women, I need you to shoot your shot. Asian men, let me tell you something. Baby, we love y'all. Don't let the culture fool you. We love Asian men. We love y'all. Y'all just gotta stop being a little bit shy. But black women, if there's ever a time where you need a black woman to confirm the appreciation of the culture, the love of the baby, what? Baby, I'm all here for the accent. I'm all here for the culture. I'm here for everything. Shoot your shot. What do you got to lose? We have some beautiful bilingual babies with global passports. Okay.
Do I think that Koreans should only date Koreans, blacks should only date blacks, Hispanics should only date Hispanics, Indians should only date Indians, white people should only date white people, brown people, or whatever, purple people? No, I absolutely don't believe that. And something that I wish Asian parents would perhaps be a little bit more open-minded to is exploring different cultures, not only just in the way through food or, traveling, but even in relationships. I feel like that's something that is typically off limits for most Asian parents. And that's something that I grew up not being able to really experience because admittedly it is something heavily frowned upon in Korean culture. It's not encouraged to otherwise date somebody, let alone marry somebody outside your culture, your race, because it does obviously change the bloodline, right? Therefore, it's not encouraged. But as somebody that has grown up in America and experienced lots of different cultures, my brain can only go to the beauty and the appreciation of many different cultures. And I think it's such a beautiful thing. And I think it'd be such a great thing if we just came to a point where we just appreciated each other's differences. And so I think it's very unfortunate that a lot of Asian parents teach their kids growing up, don't date outside your race. And they frame it in a way where it's super negative. But in my opinion, knowing what I know now, if I ever raise a family in the future, regardless of who I marry, even if I go back on my word right now and I end up marrying a Korean lady, which by the way, I don't have a preference, so it could be anyone. But in the case that I do, I would still tell my kids in the future, you are absolutely free to explore any person regardless of their racial background or their culture, etc. That's what I think. And so, yeah, my level. I wish more people were just open-minded to it.
Have y'all ever had someone fall for you and then get mad about it? Is this this white boy that I share a common space with? And I know from how he acts that he is like fighting inner demons. Literally, all I have to do is pass by him, exist in his space for a second, and he's already fidgeting and acting like I unlocked something that he wasn't ready to unpack. Like we talk, we're super friendly at times, but sometimes he's got a little bit of sass and not over here, buddy. Seriously, one hug, y'all, and I could tell like his insides feel all the way better, but he's acting like he's fighting demons, and I think I know why. Like he's upset that he has his eye on this side of town. I try to really not pay him any mind because I know with one hug, he's going to be folding like a lawn chair and then get upset at me about it. Y'all, I get to scrolling through his followers on social media just because I want to see like what he's about. He's not following any girls that look like me, if y'all know what I'm saying. Everybody looks exactly like him. Like I think he's trying to add a chocolate chip cookie to the lineup after dealing with a lifetime of vanilla wafers. Sometimes he'll get upset like this random like aggressive bit, and I'm thinking, don't get mad at me because I'm not trying to audition for Get Out 2025 like. And I know you're going to see this, and that's okay. But if you are scared to date the Coco, your knees aren't built for this experience. You see me, stop staring at me like a serial killer. When you get upset that I walk by or if I don't give you a hug, at the same time you want to show off the blue eyes, that one. And I want to show y'all him so bad, but I can't. Do y'all think he's been watching Love Island? Actually, I think his eyes might be green. He about to cuss me out. But y'all send help. He in love with a chocolate lava cake and he just can't stand it. Have any of y'all ever been in a similar situation like this? Because I'm just trying to breathe and he's just trying to fight me like.
3 reasons to date an Asian man in 2025. Number 1, we're loyal and most won't cheat. Most. The statistics for Asians cheating versus whites or other ethnicities is a lot lower. Why? Because it's a lot harder for us to get other girls. Number 2, they're respectful and they will treat you like a queen. Most Asians, especially Asians with good parents, that's very important. We're taught to treat people respectfully, other people with respect, because that's how our culture is. Because our culture is very big on respect. Which leads me to my 3rd point. Parents love us because we're very respectful. We treat our parents very well. We take care of them. And we're going to take care of your parents too and treat them very well as well. All that being said, make sure to choose the right person. Make sure they're traditional, they have a good relationship with their parents, and they haven't forgotten their culture.
Asian men do like black women. Like, I don't know how some of you guys just don't believe this. If I just search up Asian man, black woman relationships, like it's legit filled with pictures. And let me tell you, there used to be not anything like this. If you keep trying to look, there's even more. And look at this, making them work. And there's even a baby. Like for fun, let's look up white women and Asian men. Because like that is another big thing. We get cute, and then we get this. Well, white women date Asian men. Then it gets kind of weird once you keep scrolling down. Like it's more like, do white women even like Asian guys? But here it's already, hey, we're already making it work. Like it's legit just here already. Well, over here, it's still kind of new. There are Asian men out there. Trust me.
My experience of a Korean man. So, guys, in Korea, skinship is not really like a positive thing. Literally, if you're not dating the person, to touch a girl that is your friend is not really like the best thing. But I was playing pool one day, and this Korean guy, we were friends, like we talked, but it was never like, nothing. He said, like, I want to show you how to play pool. And he grabbed my hand and was like moving it around in different directions so he can shoot the pool. And the other Koreans looked so shocked. They were like, oh, they were so shocked because they don't do that over there. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is my K-drama story. And then like time went by, and I invited him somewhere. He was busy at the time, he couldn't make it, but he texted me, he said, oh, when I get home I'm gonna call you. And he was just so attentive. And then there was this other guy too, guys. Like, when I tell you that, like, he wanted to hear about every story. Like, he was looking at me in the eye. Like, he wanted it. I don't know if he was from Hyundai or something, but he wanted it. But the only reason those relationships don't go far is culture. They don't want to offend their family or make their family uncomfortable by bringing like a black woman. So that's why they don't really like date black women per se. But they find black women attractive. One of them admitted it to me. They were like, we find black women attractive. So
white MAGA men really like black women. Like, they love black women. And it's so weird because obviously there's an understanding of fetishization. But the amount of times since being in the school, for just one school year, I have had four different MAGA adjacent or MAGA white men try to hit on me and try to, like, one of them was trying to date me. Two of them was trying to have sex. Like, the other one was like, I just really like you. I want you to be like a close friend and maybe it'll progress into something more. And that's so weird to me. And mind you, I know you're saying, oh, 4 is not a lot, especially in like one school year. Keep in mind that the black population at the school is 2%. 2%. And I've had 4 of them all try to go somewhere with me. And it's so weird to me, right? Because all 4 of them were like open MAGA. You talk to them more than like 2 seconds and you realized, oh, I know exactly where your political affiliations lie. And yet all of them at one point was trying to get into my drawers. All of them was trying, like 3 of them was trying to pursue something more. And obviously I understand there is fetishization also happening, but it's just like interesting. You have no problem voting my rights away at the booth, but then you think you're going to slip into my bed and my coochie?
You see, for years, black women has been placed at the bottom of the global beauty standard, undervalued, overlooked, and disrespected. And now the narrative is shifting. More Asian men are stepping forward and saying, no, that's not what I see. They see beauty, they see strength, they see loyalty. And somehow that triggers people. Why? Because society is used to controlling who gets chosen, and when black women start being preferred, not just accepted, it shakes the system. Now, suddenly you hear things like, why them? What do they see in her? Is it a trend? But let's be real, it's not a trend, it's exposure. People are traveling more, culture are mixing, and men are finally making choices for themselves, not based on stereotypes. And here is the truth nobody wants to say out loud. A lot of people are uncomfortable seeing black women win in spaces they were once excluded from. Because for so long, the narrative was black women are too strong, too loud, and too much. But now they are being loved for those exact same qualities. Confidence is now called attractive. Independence is now respected. That same energy that was criticized is now desired. So, yes, it makes some people uncomfortable, especially those who benefited from the old narrative. And let's not ignore something else. Some people don't just dislike the relationship, they dislike what it represents. It represents choice, it represents freedom, it represents black women no longer wait to be validated. And that's very powerful, because when a black woman realize she has option globally, she moves differently. She steps settling, she starts choosing. And not everyone is ready for that shift. But here is the thing: love is not a competition, attraction is not owned by any race, and nobody needs permission to be preferred. So instead of asking, why are Asian men choosing black women? Maybe the real question is, why does it bother people so much when they do? Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about dating, it's about breaking narrative that were never meant to be questioned. And once that narrative starts breaking, there is no going back. If you see what is happening, don't stay silent. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you noticed this shift too? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because we are just getting started. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next video.